God, listen, it has been a crazy day. um, Actually, I thought I wasn't gonna make it today, but I had to come on because I said I was gonna come on, and keeping my word is extremely important to me. What is going on is that I have a video that's scheduled to be coming out this week. It was actually supposed to come out on Tuesday, keeping Christ in the center of Christmas. And I recently switched over to a new editing software because the other one was giving me like a lot of trouble and stuff like that when it came to export. It's just one of those things. Anyway, so I am now trying to learn another editing software, and it is like learning a foreign language. So I had to take a break from editing that video to come on here because, like I said, I said I'd be here on Friday. I normally come on Wednesdays, but I haven't even eaten lunch yet. I have not started making dinner, and I know the boys are going to wake up very, very soon. Plus, I have to finish that video. I just gotta, so basically, it's pretty much done. Just trying to figure out like how to put the B-roll and stuff like this. But the clock is ticking because it's almost Sabbath, and I just, for personal reasons, don't work on the Sabbath, so to speak. And although this is a ministry and I do it with joy and I don't even get paid, I'm not yet monetized. Subscribe and share the videos and watch the videos and all that good stuff. But still, technically, since it's a lot of editing and this and that, it's technically considered work, I guess. So it's either I'm going to have to hammer out this video, get it out before Shabbat, which is in like at 3 something today, or I guess, please forgive me, Sunday morning, if I haven't figured it out, I will release it without the B-roll before church. I just really want to get the message out there, but I also understand that you maybe have to have like certain clips to keep like some people engaged in the video, so that the more people that watch your videos for a longer period of time, the more YouTube pushes it out. So since it's about a message of Christ being in the center of Christmas, I really pray that this video gets pushed out, and that's why I'm trying to add the B-roll. Otherwise, I guess I could have released it last night, but like I said, I'm just trying to figure all this thing out. It's a brand new editing software for me, and it's like learning like a foreign language stuff. Like I don't have an editor or anybody else here helping me, only the Lord and my sweet husband who listens to all my ideas, and my friend and all that who listens to me and pitches in. But other than that, I gotta learn it as I go along. And thank you so much for your patience with me. It will be coming out, Lord willing, today or Sunday morning at the very latest. Hello, Marie Bridget. I'm still trying to catch my breath here from doing laundry and editing videos and stuff like that. You would like live videos to work together to improve our homes? Okay. So can you explain a little bit more? Like, would you like some challenges during, excuse me about my hair. I kind of washed it when the boys are sleeping and it's still a little bit wet. So it's just extra today. Let's just call it that. So what do you mean, like you want some challenges during the lives, or what exactly? Like, I'm opening up the kind of lives that I do because I am interested in connecting with you guys more during this live times, so that's why I come here every week, like in the hopes to connect. Sometimes people tune in live, sometimes they tune in later, so I do try to also give some like practical tips and stuff like that. But I'm definitely interested. This sounds super duper fun. Can you just elaborate a little bit more? Yeah, so it's just been all over the place today, and like I said, it's gonna be a short quick live today if I didn't mention that, because it's just been like such a day, and I have a couple of hours to figure out this B-roll stuff. And not even because when the boys get up, I don't do this work. It's like they're my priority and everything like that, you know, after God, my husband, all that stuff. So I get I kind of gotta figure this out really quickly. Otherwise, like I said, since the video was technically supposed to come out this week, worst case scenario, I'd release it Monday before, I mean, Sunday before church without any B-roll. But I really would like for it to have the B-roll, you know, just so it can draw more attention. But I don't know. It's a new software. I'm just figuring everything out. It would be nice to know when you go live. Oh, yes. And when you could say, today we clean our bath. Oh, that's nice. So you would clean yours and I would clean mine. And oh, yes. Okay. So I love that idea. Um, yes, we can rest, read the chat, and do the things together. The bathroom, unfortunately, my bathroom is like, well, maybe fortunately, because it's less to clean. It's like very, very narrow. I showed it in one of the videos. I could hardly get the camera in there and stuff like that. But if I find maybe like a way that I can maybe like hang it to like the shower rod or something, I'm sure they probably sell some things like that. Our budget is, you know, a little bit tight, but I'll try to figure something out, and that would definitely be a lot of fun and motivating and stuff like that, so that we can do it together. Absolutely. I really like that idea. The other thing that about the lives, they're usually Wednesdays at 12, right? But then I was experimenting with the time that I tried one, then I tried two. The thing is that two, although it seemed to work, the boys get up really, really close from 2 p.m. So it was kind of like not working. And then Wednesdays are the best days to do it, but today I did it Friday because on Wednesday I was trying to edit this video, which I did finish editing. Like the base edit, it has no b-roll. I finished it yesterday, thanks to God. So Wednesday I didn't come online because I needed this video to be ready, keeping Christ in the center of Christmas. And so in that post I said I'll come live today, and you know, keeping my word is very important to me. So I had to just come on live, stop editing even, which I gotta run back and finish that. I haven't even eaten lunch. I've just been like working and trying to wash my hair in between. No, not every day, although that will probably be really fun. Wednesdays at noon I go on live. If you guys do like the lives, I can probably go on live twice a week. That would also work for me, but just let me know like the best days for you guys. My times are very limited, between 12 and I guess 1:30 the latest, because my older son too is also, I don't know, some days he doesn't want to nap, and I get it. I mean, he's 3, and so maybe he's just, I don't know, I don't want to say he's dropping it because no. But yeah, so around that time, Wednesday at noon does work perfect for me, because even when he doesn't nap, I will, you know, he's very like calm and independent and stuff like that, so he'll just like play in his room for a little bit. I have the baby monitor and all of that, and you know, when I notice that he's getting a bit like antsy, which is like usually after the hour, if he'll try to fall asleep, and then if he doesn't, he'll get up and play for a little bit. So by then that live will be done. We can definitely clean the kitchen, clean the living room. I want you to know though that I do the Fly Lady system, so my home is pretty much, most of the rooms are like, thanks to God. So what I could do to incorporate that fun aspect of it is I could do the zones while we're live. So let's say now we're in zone 2, the kitchen. So like, for example, like a day like today, if it's the second week of the month, I would be like, okay, you know, here we are, we're gonna clean the kitchen today, and then I'll just do my zone work, which all I have to do is move my zone work from the morning until the afternoon. So if that would be fun, it will be fun to do it with someone, and we can do it live and we can have fun together. That's a really, really good idea. Oh, the cupboard. Oh my goodness, girly, you just gave me the most wonderful idea. Listen, I don't have a pantry. I live in a very old, like 50s style home. I'm pretty sure the cabinets are even original to the home. I did make a short where my husband, he did me like a little cabinet thingy, and I, you know, painted it and kind of like made it work. But in that video, in that short, you can see like the wall and the wood and how the cabinets are. And I'm pretty sure, all of that to say, I'm pretty sure they're 1950s cabinet. Nothing wrong with that. They're pretty sturdy and stuff like that. But I do not have a pantry, so my cupboards, they actually, even though I follow the fly lady system and stuff like that, they actually get like really crowded because of, instead of like, I don't have a lot of dishes and stuff like that. There's 4 of us. We have 4 plates. I don't even think we own glasses at this point. We use mugs, okay, for everything. And the boys have their own cups. So what I do with the cupboards, I put food in it, like, like foods, like cans and like the different food stuffs, because I don't have a pantry. So sometimes like I'll put like snacky things up there, and like when we do the grocery shopping, sometimes if I buy like a lot of like the snacky things, it would just be like so crazy. So that would be really fun to actually get a handle on that once and for all. I don't know. I know that the solution will be like eventually to make a pantry, because like I said, I don't have a lot of dishes at all whatsoever. We have like 1 utensil per person. So I know that the problem is the food. So definitely we can organize that, and like whatever you guys have in your cupboards, that's okay. We can just work along together. So yeah, I follow the fly lady system, I want to say, for since before my son was born. Maybe 5 years now. I want to say he's 3. I was following it before he was born, because my home was just so chaotic and I didn't want them to come into that environment. And I was pregnant. I did end up, unfortunately, having a miscarriage and stuff like that. So anyway, all of that to say that I didn't want my son, this older son, that older son that is with the Lord now, to come into that environment. So I started doing it then, and yeah, about 5 years. But it's really fun. Like once, okay, so yes, I've been doing it for 5 years, but it's like every time you move homes, you kind of like start over, in the sense like all your stuff is packed up, and then now you gotta unpack it and figure out what is the new system for the home. Yeah, I started it again because I just didn't want my child to come into that environment, and my home was like really crazy. Like you couldn't even see the floors. um One time my landlord had to come in the home, and it was just like couldn't even open the door. It was so embarrassing. And now I can laugh about it now. Another time my dad tried to use the bathroom in my home, and I just almost like didn't let him in. I wanted to put like a do not disturb sign, and it was just really crazy. Like as I lived in an apartment at the time, I was in the top floor and there was no elevators. So as he was like getting upstairs, my husband and I were like in cahoots, and I was just like trying to throw everything in the shower and like everywhere, and like close the curtain. But it was like really bad. I'm pretty sure he kind of like figured it out. So that's why like I started the system. And how I started, if that wasn't like the answer kind of that you were looking for, like a more practical answer, then how I started was I started with the zone. Did I start with, no, I didn't start with the zone because I couldn't get to the zone. It was like a bad scenario, like almost hoarder type stuff, if not that. And so I never got like clinically diagnosed or anything. That's how I don't want to call myself that, but it was like to that level. So I started like in the hallway closest to the zone that I was supposed to be in. So for example, if we were supposed to be in the kitchen, I would start in that hallway closer to the kitchen. I would start with decluttering. With the fly lady system, you don't start cleaning right away, you start decluttering. And I know that we are like eager and stuff like that to clean, especially if you're like, yes, I'm gonna get my home in order. But how long was I not cleaning before that? You know what I mean? So what's a couple of like more weeks or more months if it means that my home is going to be like spotless, so to speak? There's some areas in my home today that are not the case, like the basement, for example. Mostly because I don't want to go in there. It's like an unfinished basement. I keep telling my husband we gotta make some time to go down there together. Like the washing machine is there, so I just like go to the washing machine area and like run back up. But basically all our like out of season stuff is there, and I know we just gotta like go into that zone. That would be like another room. That would be like a zone 3. So I know we just gotta like go in there and like sort it out. Yes, I definitely started with decluttering, and you don't have to wait till your whole entire home is decluttered to do the cleaning part. Like, let me explain what I mean. For example, my basement now does have clutter, but most of the rooms in my home are clutter free. Most, yeah, I would say, except with the exception of like one closet, but that's my next zone 3 kind of thing. One closet in the like office slash guest room and stuff. So the basement, my basement is so dark, girly, and the ceiling is like this high. I guess if my husband was there, because what if there's like spiders and stuff? Ah! If my husband is there like as the cameraman slash spider attacker, I could definitely do it. Although, definitely pray for bravery and get that done. That you guys don't want to see my basement. Like, although it would be like fun to do it together and definitely motivating. But so like, let's say when I started decluttering my kitchen and it was finally decluttered, but bad example, because my bathroom is really small. Decluttered my bathroom first. My kitchen was still a hot mess. So then when it was the zone for the bathroom, I would just clean my bathroom, and since there was no more clutter, and then now when it was time for the kitchen again, the living room, then I would declutter those areas and continue cleaning the next area. So your whole entire home doesn't have to be decluttered at the same time for you to start cleaning. Like, I have a very small living room with almost nothing in there. I started cleaning that like after the first week, you could say. But something like my kitchen, I'm still trying to figure out my kitchen, because like I said, no pantry. Something like my kitchen maybe took like the third or fourth go around, like, every month, every week you're in a zone. So like the third time or the fourth time, that's when I started deep cleaning it. And yeah, it's been working really, really good. Everything stays moderately clean, especially I'm surprised because with the boys, I always say my home is cleaner now than before I had the boys. And it's just really awesome. Like, every time you get in a zone, you're gonna see there's less stuff to do. You'll start doing things like the baseboards. I have a ceiling fan, and even though the ceiling fan I dust it like every Monday on the weekly home blessing day, you get more like in there in the nooks and crannies. You do like the window sills, even in like winter. It's really nice. You don't just never have to like fully spring clean your home again, because you always just are doing the zones. You're doing the zones, and as long as you stay on top of the zones, you're pretty much good to go. I always start the morning routine, but I'm not successful. It does not become a routine for me. That's understandable. I struggle with the evening routine still. Because just like going to bed at a decent time, I always feel like, okay, but now what's the next thing to do? What's the next thing to do? And it's just like so difficult because I just want to do it all. But I have to tell myself, and I guess I've been getting a little better at this because I now have a like clocking out time, so to speak. Like, all right, by 7, I go to bed really early. I go to bed at 8:30 p.m. My husband and I, by 9 the latest, 8:30, 9. So by like 7, I say, okay, no more, and this is it. So whatever I don't do by 7, that's it. Because you know what, next thing you know, it's 8, and then I don't like, I'm so exhausted, and I wash my face like anyhow. But we gotta make time to care for ourselves, because I've been thinking a lot, and I know I felt selfish for me at first, and it still kind of does a little bit. That if like pouring into ourselves is how we pour more into others. We can't pour from an empty cup. So which part of the morning routines do you feel like you start to fall off at? Like, okay, so you wake up, do you get dressed to shoes, or do you make your bed first? Where exactly does it start derailing? So maybe I can help a little bit with that, because yeah, the morning routine in the beginning was a little bit hard, but once I started getting like into the rhythm of things, then it became a little bit easier. So if you want, I can give you some tips about that. Like, for example, well, you write which part it is. For example, I would wake up and the baby was always in the room there, for in the beginning when he was very little, and now, you know, my husband is in the bed, so I don't make the bed right away now. Whatever, my husband is very helpful in the sense that whoever gets up the last is whoever makes the bed, so I really appreciate that. So I get dressed first, and then, you know, since I'm in the bathroom already, so good, swish and swipe. So I get dressed for the day, and so I'm in the bath, and this includes hair, makeup, shower, whatever you do in the morning. And then once I'm in the bathroom, I now do swish and swipe. I connect it to I'm dressed, and then I do the swish and swipe, and stuff like that. But then it was like I would do the swish and swipe, and then my hamper is in there, and like I said, my washing machine is in the basement. So then I would finish the swish and swipe, but then I would have to like pull the clothes out, and I just feel like I would make a mess all over again. So now I get dressed to shoes, do the load of laundry, or at least like put the clothes in the washing machine, and then do the swish and swipe. So I connected it to my previous step. You get it? So if I was like dressed to shoes, boom, I'm in the bathroom, boom, let me do the swish and swipe. So if let's say if you have like a laundry room and you don't have to worry about getting clothes all over after you do the swish and swipe, then you can immediately do the swish. I mean, yes, do the swish and swipe after you get dressed to shoes. And then, so do you unload your dishwasher if you have one, or your dish rack, before or after the swish and swipe? What do you generally like try to do? Because the thing is, like, the flight lady system, it has a lot of moving parts. So what I felt like was the best thing to do, I try to simplify it for my life. If I don't keep things simple, I don't think they're gonna get done. So like with this past 5 years, I've been like trying to simplify it, and I feel like I've succeeded, because now instead of like I'll do this and do that, it's more so like a rhythm. Like I said, I dress the shoes, then the load of laundry, then the swish and swipe. Now once the swish and swipe is done, I finish washing my hands, I'm going to the kitchen, I'm unloading the dishwasher. At this point, if whether I make breakfast first or not depends on the day, what time it is, and stuff like that, because I get pretty early. And then I will go upstairs and do the bed, and then that is the morning routine, unless I miss something. um it's after the bath. Okay, great, yeah, same, me too. So when you are in dress to shoes, right? I feel like it's not quite discipline, but more like a muscle. Like you, the more at first it's hard, and first you don't do it, but then the more you do it, the more it just feels unnatural to not do it. Like these days, if I don't do the swish and swipe, I'm like, did I like it just doesn't happen, because it's so connected to before I unload the dishwasher, I'm doing the swish and swipe. And in the beginning, it used to be like, okay, so my dishwasher's full, but like my bathroom is not, it was like all clunky. And then when you find like a way to put it as a rhythm to the things that you're already doing, for example, if you're someone that uses the restroom in the morning, like, you know, number two, and you're there and you finish doing number two, the you know, your business, then it becomes normal, and you become more accustomed to doing it. It's a day by day thing. Another thing that I wish I had when I first started, and I did make a printable, and if I remember, I'll go back to this live and link it down below. Otherwise, you can find it in the Fly Lady challenge that I just got through doing, a free printable with like checklists, so you can check every single day of the steps that you have completed. And I feel like that helps, because you don't want to miss a check mark, and otherwise you can just link it to the things you're doing. So do you have, like, when you get up in the morning, do you have a like a habit of dressing to shoes already? And if so, would you be in the bathroom when you do it? Because some people get changed in their rooms. Like I think the flight lady herself, or one of, maybe is it the one with the pom-poms, I'm not sure who, But somebody gets dressed in their bedroom, like they shower at night, they dress in their bedroom. So the first thing they're doing is making their bed. They're not doing swish and swipe first, but that's okay. Like whatever works for you in your life, like wherever you are, whatever you do, whatever your routine is. Some people like take their vitamins and then unload the dishwasher because they're looking for a cup to take their vitamins, and then they connect it to that. Yeah, once you not only do it more, but like kind of like connect it to something that you're already doing it each and every day. If you know, that you will get dressed, you will take a shower in that bathroom every morning, you know it, like you know your right arm, then connect it to that. I'm in the bathroom, it's time to do the swish and swipe. You know what I mean? You make your bed, good. So when okay, but okay, great. So I don't know if you're upstairs or wherever your bedroom is. You make your bed, and then you go to the bath, and then I guess you get dressed to shoes. And then once you get dressed to shoes, you're dressed, you're looking at your feet, you have your shoes on. So now once you're dressed to shoes, your house shoes, that means that now it's time to do the swish and swipe. But I have a question about that for you now. And I don't know if you had this experience, but when I shower in the morning, like I start to do a little bit of exercise, whatever, in the morning. So now I usually a night shower, and I find myself showering in the morning. Isn't it a bit like, I don't want to say annoying, even though that might be the right word. But like once now your tub is wet, right? I have a very old school tub. I don't have these kind of showers. Now the tub is wet. So what, it's not as easy to clean, in my opinion, as when the tub is dry and you just spritz it and you use a rag. What do you think? Is it easier when it's wet? Am I doing something wrong? Because I feel like now that I'm showering in the morning, it's harder to do the swish and swipe because it's like all wet and soapy. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. And hey, Matthew Fisher, how are you today? How are you? How are you? How are you? It's been quite a long time. Matthew Fisher is like my friend from the Dave Ramsey people, and we follow the Dave Ramsey system together. He is 100% debt free. Woohoo! Thanks be to God. And Matthew, like I said, we haven't spoken in a really, really long time. How is your fully funded emergency fund going? You gotta let me know. Like, is it on the way, or what's going on with that? We do the baby steps, fly lady baby steps. We do that too, but I do that too. But I'm talking about the baby steps for the Dave Ramsey stuff. Yeah. So yeah, Maria, once you connected to something that you are currently doing, definitely you're going to find yourself being able to do those habits. And one could say it's discipline, but I would say it's not really. It's just, it becomes a habit, right? You wipe the, I know, but I just feel like it's easier to spritz a dry shower and wipe with a microfiber cloth, in my opinion, than like it's all wet now, because I use a microfiber plug, right? So now the tub is like really wet, or maybe my drain is slow, I don't know, but I feel like my tub is like extra wet. And then if I'm wiping it with the microfiber cloth, now I need another microfiber cloth, and I have to spray and wipe, and I just feel like it's double work. I don't know, I just want things easy. So now I'm thinking, should I move the swish and swipe to the night? But if I do that, girl, then my whole night will be thrown in a loop, and I have to now link this to another habit, and I have to start going to bed on time. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I wonder what. Maybe I'll just like put my workout clothes first, dress to workout shoes, spray, do the swish and swipe then, and then get to working out. And then after that, if I take a shower, that's fine, because that's usually how it is anyway. I used to do the swish and swipe in the morning. Some of my households would take a shower in the morning, and it'd be okay until the next morning. But yeah, usually now I'm doing it like just to shoes, and then wet tub, swish and swipe. And I just find it more difficult to do that when it's dry. But I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Just like I said, I just like to make things as simple as possible. Oh, thank you so much, Maria. When the tub is dry, I can do it. But when the tub is wet, I'm like, grr. What are you gonna do? Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're great at it too. So it's like you said, yeah. Practice, practice, practice makes progress, progress, progress. And progress over perfection. You don't have to be perfect all the time. Yes. Okay. I love that idea though about doing it together. I'm gonna see how I can incorporate that into the live. Excuse me, right there. And I left my water way the kitchen. Oh, excuse me. Tearing up. Anyway, it's time for me to go home because it's like almost 2 o'clock. I'm like in dire need of water. Yes, I gotta work on being nicer to myself. Oh my goodness. Excuse my dry throat. But so the video tonight by 3 or Sunday morning. Okay, thank you so much for watching. It was so nice talking to you. I'll see you next time. Until next time, to God be the glory. Bye.